The Summoner is insane, and with it being one of the enhanceable weapons when final shape drops, it should most definitely be on your radar. Its stats are solid, perk pull is stacked, and its archetype is currently contending with 450s for meta dominance. It's just that strong. Therefore, I'm going to tell you the 2 roles I think are best, why I think that, and why you should go get 1, or 2, or 7. Let's start with the dueling role. Zen Moment, Target Lock. The pros: exceptional 1v1 power, super flexible range from Zen Moment's accuracy bonus. Target Lock helps with wells, overshields, etc., and you have extreme lethality with Radiant from Flint Striker. The cons, however, are that you have no scaling without Flint Striker, and it's hard to recommend running in non-solo Q3s as it loses to Igneous in common peak shot scenarios. All too common peak shot scenarios. Also, Target Lock only lowers TTK against 4 or less Resil, and it should be 5 when it's enhanceable, but that's still something to keep your eye on. Now, let's talk about the scaling, aka quick play terrorist role, Heal Clip Onslaught. Pros: Heal Clip is life-saving and enables way more aggression than even a Devour build does because you trigger the healing manually. This means you heal after all the post-gunfight grenade, tick, or lag damage happens, so you start your next gunfight with full health. Onslaught enables some downright devious TTKs. 1 kill is 0.67, 2 is 0.58, and finally 3 gets you to a blasphemous 0.50. That's not all though, as Flint Striker will probably proc due to the high fire rate and lower your TTK by an additional bullet. This is further exacerbated by the simple fact that Summoner is an auto, and the ranges it can kill at, once scaled up, enter well into 35 plus meters. Basically, this AR is a primary ammo power weapon once you get a kill. Onslaught also gives you reload speed, which is just kind of nice to be honest. It can help you get off a quick heal clip reload in a pinch, or just help you keep throwing mountains of lead down range. The scaling role also has cons, however. Mainly, you don't have Zen Moment, which is a perk I've come to rely on for additional accuracy and flinch resistance on autos. It's not the end of the world, but you will need to adjust your play if you've been using Zen on autos for a while. The only other con is that with great power comes great effort required not to go goblin mode. I already have 450 kills on this thing and I've only used it for like 30 matches. This thing is just insane. Now that we've talked roles, let's talk stats. Your barrel and mag can be swapped once final shape launches, so don't worry too much about what you have right now. Recoil direction didn't seem especially important to me compared to stability or range, so small bore, hammer forged, and polygonal are my preferred barrels for Summoner, while ricochet is my recommended mag, as always. Don't overlook flared magwell, however, as a backup choice, as the extra reload speed can be quite nice. Arrowhead break isn't a bad option, as it is noticeable, but not enough for me to recommend it as a main barrel choice. Arguably, the gun's masterwork is the most important part besides perks, as enhanceable weapons haven't historically been able to change their masterwork the way they can customize barrels and mags. I personally recommend range, but stability is also solid. Handling is just straight up unnecessary, as 600s already have a ton by default, and reload is, as always, utter garbage when it comes to PvP. Wrapping up stats, 50 stability is what I'd target, as anything less feels inconsistent, then spec as much range as possible. As for Adept mods, range is an especially pertinent option on Summoner, as 600s are essentially checkmated by their range stat on most lanes without significant effort movement-wise. That being said, if your role lacks stability, don't be afraid to take the consistency option, as high-range bullets only matter if they actually hit something. Finally, other perks or more niche roles that I've thought about. Dynamic Sway or Zen Moment both pair exceptionally well with Onslaught if you're looking for a hybrid role for something like Skirmish, Countdown, or Survival. You won't dominate the specific roles the way the others do, however, this flexibility is nice. Kill Clip and Golden Tricorn both interested me at first, but were immediately shelved after I discovered Onslaught. Kill Clip technically has better scaling after 1 kill, but it's not by a lot, and requiring a reload makes it much worse in my opinion. Elemental Capacitor and Perpetual Motion are both just worse than DSR or Zen, so don't bother if stability is your goal. Wildcard is by far the best origin trait. With every hit point mattering for TTKs these days, something that can tag for a bit of free damage is quite powerful. It can also give you some goofy assists and 6s, or help you to lock down revives in 3s. In general, it is just a very solid origin trait. Rampage is just bad compared to all other perks on this thing. It's almost funny how bad the TTKs look compared to Onslaught. That part in particular was just really comedic to me. Rampage has always always been what I've used on my Gnawing Hunger, which is my other main AR, and it has stuck by me for over 1,500 kills. And to just see it be the bad option on this auto is insane. Moving on, tap the trigger could hypothetically be a good backup option for when target lock inevitably gets nerfed for no good reason. Bungie, please. It's the bullet magnetism, it's the aim assist. Just nerf the autos, man. Leave my perks alone. That's all I got. Like, sub, follow the stream. I'll quit yapping.